haphazardly picked up a skill in my 20s that I never dreamed that I would create a business out of it. So I took the skill, a very specific skill, and in my case, it was proposal writing for commercial public sector education, how I took that skill set and then created a full-blown business out of it. When I think about my life and what I planned for my life, look, I wanted to be a fashion designer. I don't know. I was one of those people. One minute I wanted to be an architect. The next minute I wanted to be a fashion designer. I probably should have mixed all those together and I probably would have wound up being like an interior designer or something like that. But I took a skill set in my 20s and ended up making that a pure career move for myself. And today I'm going to share with you how you can do that too. So for those of you that have not met me yet, hi, I am Tammy of Make It a Double. I am a 2-time recovering business owner who loves to talk all things freelance, entrepreneurship, proposal writing, proposal development, grant writing. Like these are all of me because I am a multi-passionate person. I love travel. I love all the things. And this is an opportunity for you to get to know the multi-passionate me. So welcome to this channel. So back to what I was saying. I was working for a construction company in Atlanta, Georgia. I was probably about 23 years old. And at that time, I was doing some assisting and one of my coworkers actually went out on medical leave and there was a position that was open and they asked a few of us if we wanted to kind of backfill and support the position while this young lady was out. And so I raised my hand. I'm like, yes, that's me. I want to learn. I'm so young, just all the things. And I picked up the skill of marketing and proposal writing and all of those things. And at the time it was for a construction company. And so I learned the ropes, learned the art and the science of proposal writing. I don't think I was very good though. I don't think I was very good back then. And so I read a lot. I evolved a lot. And then I went back and got my master's in project management because I was like, project management is going to help me in managing all of these tasks that come along with proposal writing. And boy, did it ever. And so that was kind of like my kind of jump headfirst into the wonderful world of proposals and proposal development, as well as grant writing. And I've been doing that kind of work my just about entire career. Of course, my career has expanded beyond that. But what I decided to do is when I got really good and I knew I was really good and we were winning large contracts and things of that nature, I was like, I wonder if I could take this thing and scale it to something. I knew that there was something there. I knew that there was a gap in the marketplace. So I was just like, I know there has got to be other businesses or other, maybe even some of the competitors or whatever, that were looking for this skill set. And sure enough, I got some of my first corporate clients from doing proposal writing and proposal development. And as a matter of fact, one of my employers, check that out, one of my employers became one of my clients. And so for those of you who are thinking about your skills, has some experience under your belt, don't be afraid to monetize that. Don't be afraid to leverage whatever it is that you're good at and begin to monetize that and even productize it, right? I've also productized proposal writing and proposal development because there is a method to that madness. And in doing that, I've been able to build a very successful business. But as I was kind of thinking about my journey, proposal writing, proposal development, coaching, pricing, all of those things have afforded me the ability to work remote. I've been able to travel. I've been able to travel with my kids, and I've had a lot of freedom and flexibility in my lifestyle. And, sometimes it's not we don't have to make it really hard. Like, it can be really simple. And some of the things that we do and we do well, we just need to think about how we can monetize those very things, those very skill sets. And if you don't know what that is for you, that's okay too, right? There's a lot of trial and error that can be done for sure. Sometimes we don't know what we're really, really good at, right? And so that's why I would encourage you to ask people that are close to you, what are some of the things that they are constantly asking you about? I know I've got a few videos on that as well. And for me, it was around problem solving. It was around managing multiple activities and tasks. It was around writing. So I was always getting questions around these things. And I think for me, that is how I began to really look at proposal writing in a very different way. And so now what I do is I work with a lot of organizations, helping them, whether it's training their staff on how to do proposal writing, what to look for with proposals, how to be strategic about the things that you go after, how to write a proposal in a very strategic fashion, how to make things jump off the page so that a customer, a client says yes without a doubt, right? So I have obsessed over those kinds of things. And as a result of that, I think in my career, I've been very, very successful at being able to put those things on paper and close out deals with that skill set. And so I'm extremely grateful to that kind of work. And it's very niche. Some people don't even know it's a skill, right? And I really, truly believe that it is. And for those of you who are already doing it, hey, I'm part of the community. And for those of you who are wishing to do it, definitely hit me up. Ask me some questions. There's not too many solicitations and opportunities that I have not stumbled upon. And so I'm always willing to answer questions around that. Now, you might be asking me, Timmy, what kind of proposals have you written, right? Like, how are you able to build a business out of this? And I will say that the majority of the work that I've done, that my team has done, is around public sector contracting. And even in our grant writing, we've also done a lot around public sector. And so a lot of the clients that we have are clients who are either looking to get into government contracting, or we may write on behalf of a city or a county or a municipality that is looking to tap into either state or federal funding. And so that is where my skill set kind of lies. And so, like I said, it's very niche. It's a small little world. There are not many of us out here in this corner of the world. And so I hope that it gives confidence to those of you who do this kind of work. I want to say thank you, because I think sometimes the work that we do is unnoticed. And I want to say to you that I notice that this work can be grueling. It can be demanding. It can burn you out. And that's for sure. It can give you flexibility in terms of your travel and your schedule and all of those kinds of things. But also you can be up late night. You can, because the work that we do is so time sensitive, it can be stressful. It can be ambiguous, right? Sometimes clients don't know what they want. And you're like, oh my gosh, how am I going to put this thing on paper in a way that is compelling, right? And it can be competitive, which I absolutely love, because I'm very much a competitive person. But it can be all of those things. And if you have the patience for that kind of stuff, or if you love that kind of stuff, or it's the adrenaline that gets you going, then it's definitely the kind of world that you would absolutely love. So I would also say that in doing this work, it has also helped me hone in on who I am, right? It allows me to really examine what are those things that really drive me. So I'm always evolving. I'm always interested in what is driving me, what is driving my behavior. And this skill set allows you to do that. We get to learn so much about businesses, nonprofits, education institutions. Like, we get to learn so much because we not only have to understand a client and what they want, but we also have to understand the people by which we are representing. And so we have to learn the services that they offer or the solutions that they provide. And so there is a constant evolution of learning that happens in this line of work. And I absolutely love it. It is not day in, day out tasks. Every day is different. If you love that kind of stuff, then this is the kind of work that gets your juices going. And for me, like I said, it's just allowed me to evolve as a person, as a mom, as a friend in so many different ways. And I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. And so think for yourself kind of, what are the things that move you? What are the things that drive your passion? What are the things that make you get up every morning and, some days you're going to love it. There are some days I love it. And there are other days, listen, that it tests me. It tests my patience. And again, it's all a learning life lesson. And we are all here to be better humans. So I just wanted to kind of share my story, my perspective, the work that I do, the multifaceted, multi-passionate work that I get to do on any given day. I hope that you get to do the same type of multifaceted, multi-passioned work every day, because I think that is something that keeps us in that mode of learning and loving and all of those things. And I hope that you have got just a little bit of glimpse, or you have received a little glimpse of the things that I do. And I hope that it inspires you in the same way. If it has, I would love for you to go down in the comments and drop me a comment. Are you interested in this kind of information? Are you interested in learning more about proposals, proposal writing, grant writing, all of those things? Because I love teaching this stuff. If there's something that you want to know, drop it down in the comments. I would love to engage with you. And if you know anything about me, you know that I engage with every single comment. It does not go unseen. I see you out there. Thank you for the support. And I'm going to continue to do this thing. I'm going to continue to learn. I'm going to continue to grow up. And I hope that you do the same. I am Tammy with Make It a Double. And like I always say, we have one life. So why not make it a double?